Hello people, Daniel here. This is nutrition and we are getting into a topic that can transform your health, the quality of the foods we eat. I'm also adding a new tool today that will help you make better choices. It's a guide to avoid one of our enemies, the hidden sugars. But first, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your questions and sharing your progress because your story might inspire someone else. It certainly will. Today, we are talking about the quality of what we put on our plates, how whole foods packed with nutrients and fiber can improve our health and energy levels. Because what we put in our plate matters. What we put into our body matters. Let's start with the power of whole foods. It was actually how I started making all the changes I made in my life. It was picking better foods a long time ago. It was a great choice that I don't regret. A long time ago, I was trying to feel better. Then I started kind of a personal war against artificial and processed ingredients. And then against preservatives, enhancers, thickeners, and anything artificial or refined like white sugar, white flour, or refined oils. They were all in my list of stuff to avoid completely. It wasn't that easy. Part of it because of misinformation and because of how foods are labeled. It's very tricky. But just from sticking with more natural foods that have fiber and nutrients and avoiding chemicals, the change was extreme. And later I added regular physical activity as well, but food alone was a game changer. So what are processed foods? Let me give you an example. A grain of wheat. A grain of wheat is complete or at its natural state when it's harvested. But when it's processed, part of that grain are taken away from it. And more specifically, in that case, the bran and the germ, which are exactly the parts that are rich in fiber and nutrients. So you're left just with the starch. So from here, it's already clear why we have to avoid processed stuff. You want the fiber and nutrients, and you want the fiber and nutrients that are naturally present in the whole foods. And by the way, so curiosity, it's exactly from whole foods that we chose our name, Integral Wellness. So integral or whole or complete, those words can be synonyms in different contexts, but for food specifically, whole is the standard word in English. It just came from historical usage, so it could have been other words. It happens that in my first language, which is Portuguese from Brazil, and just like in Spanish, French, or Italian and other languages, the word used to describe whole foods is integral. It's actually spelled the same in all languages. So back home, years ago, when I was trying to eat better, I started looking for labels that looked like this when I was getting my groceries. So because of my journey started with food. Good change happened through better foods. When I wanted to choose a meaningful word to represent our mission here, we found it to be integral. And of course, at that point, we wanted to extend that same approach to all areas of life, including the physical activity, the mental health, connecting body and mind and environment and relationships. And that led us to the concept of holistic wellness. And so we became Integral Wellness. Anyway, let's get back on track. Picture your plate with vibrant veggies, fruits, proteins, whole grains, and nuts. You can also include dairy, seeds, leaves, all unprocessed as close as possible to their natural state. Those foods are nutrient powerhouses. They provide vitamins, minerals, water, antioxidants, and much more. More importantly, they are rich in fiber, and fiber promotes satiety and supports your health and well-being. When you choose whole foods, you're giving your body all the building blocks that your body craves. Fiber in particular is a superhero. It helps digestion and helps you keep you full for longer, even if you eat less calories. So it's not just about calories. Not all calories are equal. It's all about giving your body good calories. That is what the body needs to thrive, good calories. Did you know that most of your daily calorie spending is used just to keep you alive? Like breathing, heart beating, and all your organs functioning properly, cell production, hormones, etc. That's about 60 to 70% of your calorie spending. And that number is variable according to your metabolic rate. So let's boost that metabolism. Another good part of the energy that you spend is used just to digest the food you just ate. Certain foods will require more, like protein. When you consume 100 calories of protein, 20 to 30 of those calories will be spent just to digest and absorb it. So we need those foods that promote health and a high performance body. I mean, foods that help you become someone that feels energetic, more efficient, someone that will have a higher metabolic rate, sharper mind, with increased levels of well-being. When everything in your body is at peak performance, you naturally burn a lot more energy, making it a lot easier to achieve that weight loss or weight management. From there, it's just a positive feedback loop. The more you do it, more energy you have, better and happier you feel, always increasing those levels until you are satisfied with it, and then it's a matter of maintenance, which is a lot easier. Okay, so how do we get there? Well, we need a strategy. We need to start taking action. Let's talk about some common mistakes when buying food. So it's easy to be misled by marketing and packaging. One mistake is not reading the back of the packages where it really matters, where it says ingredients and nutrition facts. So we flip that package over and check for hidden sugars, refined ingredients, and chemicals. If the ingredient list looks like a science experiment, it's probably best to just leave it on the shelf, especially in the beginning when you're not familiar with a lot of terms. You're going to learn more as you practice. Another mistake is falling for the convenience trap. The prepackaged meals, it might save you time, but they often come with added sugars, preservatives, and a lot of artificial ingredients. And most of them are low in fiber and high in saturated fats. Another trap is cost benefit. Processed food will always be cheaper. They're easier to deliver and they have a much bigger shelf life. But do they bring the same benefits? No, certainly not. The side effects of too much processed food can cause serious issues, and it might be the reason you are now looking for a change and the reason why you're watching this right now. So let's make that change happen. Let's uncover some industry tricks. Sugar is a master of disguise. They go by names like sucrose, high fructose corn syrup, dates, concentrate juice, and many more. And pay attention to complex chemical names. If you can pronounce it, better avoid it. Remember, the closer to nature, the better. Avoiding like hidden sugars and chemicals is a great starting point. And here is your guide to help you handle hidden sugars. Just comment below if you want a copy. It may be a skill that most people lost over the years, but quality matters also for taste. And when you switch to real flavors, real food, all that artificial stuff out there, it's not that attractive anymore. But of course, it's a discovery process, takes time. Certain things won't make sense right now, but your body is telling you to make a change. And when you make that change, new realities will make much more sense. In the future, you'll be amazed on how disappointing it can be when you realize you wasted so much time eating processed food in the past, foods that don't make sense. Now, bringing this to our everyday reality, we frequently feel trapped when visiting family and friends, when they pick the restaurant, or when you go to the mall, or when we are traveling. So we have to plan ahead. Plan your meals and plan your snack. When you start planning, and that becomes more natural with time, with practice, suddenly you realize you are in control of your choices. It feels great, and pretty soon you start also educating other people that you care about. Picking that good quality food also involves planning and executing strategies. When you have the right mindset, just like we discussed about portions. For example, if you choose to explore the local farmers markets for fruits and vegetables, why should you do that? Because those markets don't have the convenience and junk aisles that will be tempting if you go to a big supermarket. But if you go to the supermarket, well, it's too late. So you have to plan ahead. The whole foods are tasty, and a lot of them can be prepared to look a lot like the foods you're used to. There's no reason to avoid them. What needs to be clear here is that healthy nutrition has nothing to do with starving diets or eating only salads or dry or tasteless foods. It's the opposite. But again, it's a journey of discovery, so go for it. This is today's nutrition. One more time, the quality of the foods you choose impacts not only your weight loss, but also energy levels, brain power, and your long-term health and more. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and message below to get your guides or to book a free one-on-one chat with my team. That's it for today. I'm Daniel signing off. Stay fabulous and committed to your health journey. I'll see you next time.